All the compadre in the boat here, and today we have some good news on the line of World of Tanks, and that is a new update is coming, and this update will bring new tanks. What kind of tanks? No, it is not a new branch. Well, not a branch, but a nation. Technically, it is a branch because we are getting medium tanks, and they're calling this update the Wolf Pack. Well, pretty much it's calling it the Wolf Pack, so I'm going to call it the Wolf Pack. And what tanks are we going to be expecting? We're going to expect a branch from the Germans and a branch from the Russians. And here are the German tanks that we will be expecting to see. And we have the Panzer II. I'm not really good at pronouncing these names. I apologize. If I could take a picture of this and post it here, I would love to do that, but I cannot. So you're going to have to deal with how I pronounce this. The VK20.01D, the Panzer KPFW3, the Panzer KPFW3/4, the VK30.01D, the VK30.02D, the Indian Panzer, the Leopard Prototype A, and the Leopard 1. Now that's the side of the Germans, and they're calling this line the German snipers. Now we're gonna go for the line that's called the Soviet reinforcements. And what tanks do you expect? Well, these are the tanks, and we have the T60, the T70, the T80, the T43, the A44. Did I say A43 or T43? I think I meant A43. It's the A43, not the T43. The Object 416, the Object 430 version 2, Object 430, and Object 140. Not only do we get these tanks, but we also get 3 new maps coming to World of Tanks in this update, and they include the Dragon Ridge, Tundra, and Server-Gorosk. Pretty much I mispronounced it. And this update looks very surprising and I cannot wait until I can get my hands on the Indian Panzer, because I actually have it on Blitz, and I want to say it is beautiful and it's fantastic, and I love playing with it. Now let's see. Let's name the. I'm gonna read the maps if we can, if it'll let me. No, I'm just looking at pictures right now. I'm on their website. And let's just read what they say for the maps. And World of Tanks has tankers battling from across the globe, so it's only fair that our battlefields are just as diverse. From rugged Greenland seen on Dragon Ridge to snowy mountain trails on Server-Gorosk to the chilly valley of Tundra. These new maps are sure to be trick. Once these maps have arrived, they immediately change the scope of battle. And man, does it look great. And when do you expect this update to come out? I believe it's not telling me a date on this thing yet, but we can expect it hopefully by the 8th of March. So if you're looking forward to playing some Russian tanks and some new German tanks of the medium line, then look no further than Tuesday, March the 8th, if that is true, and you will be able to see such a great honor to play this beautiful tank, and hopefully it will go well soon. Now I'm going to tell you, I played the German line, right? The German mediums, and they're really great. I really did enjoy the Indian Panzer and the VK 30.02. That was a really good one. I really did enjoy it. And let's go ahead and read what they say for the German snipers. This line consists of a mixture of prototypes such as the VK20.01D and the VK3101, with the absolute icons with the Panzer KPFW3 and the Leopard 1. What makes them different from the existing German medium line, and many of these tanks have even better mobility at the cost of armor. Plenty have categorized them as the ungunned light tanks. As high, these German tanks boast excellent gun depression, allowing tanks like the Indian Panzer and Leopard Prototype A to poke over ridge lines, unload, and quickly hide for cover. If you prefer the glass cannon class, this medium tank line is for you. Now, I cannot think if you're looking for the French line, then this is a pretty decent way to get yourself ready for no armor whatsoever, because we all know the French, they have no armor whatsoever when it comes to getting into higher tiers, especially the mediums and lights, I believe. I mean, goodness, like, I haven't even played it, but I've seen so many gameplays of it, and man, they have no armor. But what they lack in armor, they lack in speed. And would I say the gun? Well, yeah, they have an auto reloader, so I guess it would be decent. So, you know, that's pretty good. Now let's go for the Soviet reinforcements. Soviet high-tier medium tanks tend to be well-rounded, both figuratively and literally. Have you seen their turrets? And maneuverable, giving them added versatility on the field. This incoming Siberian wolf pack changes the predict. I cannot read that, oh my gosh. By introducing tanks with rear-mounted turrets. Tanks like the A-44 and the Object 430 version 2 would join unorthodox tanks like the VK-45.02B and some of the Electrocraco by taking side scraping tactics to the extreme. While they are indeed medium tanks, proper armor angling techniques can force many ricochets or cause enemy shells to be absorbed by tracks, thus completely negating damage. Not a fan of rear-mounted turrets? Somehow, someway, the Object 140 hitched a ride on this content unlock, and will now cause your head to spin figuring out which is the best tier 10 Soviet medium tank between it, the Object 430 or the T-62A. Which one do I think is the best? Have I seen any objects? I think I've seen one so far in Blitz, and it's I think it might be better than the T-62A. I'm thinking right now. Probably so. I think. I'm not sure. Tell me in the comments if the Object 430 is better than the T-62A or vice versa, because I'm really interested to know, to see it. And hopefully we'll get the update soon. And they came out with a video recently showing all the nice tanks and such, and it really does look really good. So, you know, that's really great. And so hopefully it's going to work well. And hopefully it's going to come out for October 8th. And it will not fail us, because if it does, then that's just a bunch of armies. And I don't appreciate the garbage they've been giving us. I mean, War Thunder... mixing Wargaming with War Thunder. Wargaming is actually pretty decent with the content they put up. Not as bad as other companies, but they're really decent. Especially for a free-to-play game, you know, because sometimes they can be really sucky and like microtransactions. I mean, sure, there's transactions here, but I mean, I don't really mind spending a few $50 on this game, because I bought a lot of tanks on World of Tanks Blitz. I have the legendary E75, the E25. I'm sorry, the E25. That was a good tank. I loved it. It was a little sucker. If you see on the screen right now, you might see the Stug. Just imagine the Stug with a faster gun and and it's more memorable, and it's more flat. It's kind of like the Jagdpanzer 6 or 4. Jagdpanzer? No, not the Jagdpanzer. I'm trying to think of it. It might be the Jagdpanzer or JP. I'm not sure, but it's the Tier 6 German tank destroyer. Never really liked it. I would say I did, but like when it's on stock and when it's coming up from stock, it's just complete garbage. I had so many headaches. I cried so many times. Not literally, but I was just like, oh my gosh, when can I have the piece of the satisfaction that I can actually move up to the Jagdpanzer? I finally did move up to the J-Panther, yes, the J-Panther. Finally moved up to that one, and then I went up to the J-Panther 2, which actually, I would say it's a pretty decent tank. I mean, I thought at first it's going to have more armor than the Ferdinand, but no, I was completely wrong. It has really good armor on the top of the tank, but when you get lower in the tank, that thing is like paper, man. It's like, boom, hit it in the face, it's like, ah! But the Ferdinand, it got some good armor on it. It's just like, oh, trying to move little snippets and then like trying to kill. I mean, I should have went with the Ferdinand. I mean, honestly, I think I should have. But what the Ferdinand doesn't have that the Panther has, is mobility, and that actually is pretty good. I actually like tank destroyers with mobility, only except if it's the British line, because everyone knows the British isn't really good with mobility when it comes to tank destroyers. Don't get me wrong, I mean, they really are really good with their mediums and light tanks. Do they even have light tanks? They have some. I mean, like, obviously, the lower tiers. Higher tiers, I have no idea. But medium tanks are really, really fast. Right now I'm playing up to the Grant, the other medium line that they released recently. I forgot to do an update on that one, so I apologize as well. But like, if you guys don't know, they released a small branch in the British line that requires you to get some the fly up to the Firefly, which is like a modified version of the Sherman. M4 Sherman, so it's actually pretty decent. I think it is. The Grant is like the M3 Lee, a modified version of the M3 Lee. Is it good? I guess it would be good. I mean, it's pretty mobile. The armor is decent unless you're playing in higher tiers or same tier, because it's kind of garbage. The gun is pretty decent. I have to give it that. Some guns are decent on it, and then like you got one that's like really derpy. But you just have to watch out with guns, what you have to use, and all that good stuff. Because if you don't, then there's just a bunch of nervous and you're gonna get killed. But hopefully, you're gonna figure it out before I tell you. And even if I don't figure it out, you guys probably will figure it out, right? So hopefully that you guys will figure it out, because I'm actually gonna go up for the Firefly because it actually looks pretty good. But a warning though, it doesn't unlock anything besides the Firefly after that. So you might as well, like, what you're literally doing is just going up to a dead tree practically, because it only goes to the Firefly, which is only a tier 6. So that's your choice if you want to get the Firefly in your garage. For me personally, I just rather get higher tiers and then like delete the lower tiers, or delete the tank that I already completed. Like, say I have the Covenanter, right, tier 4, and I completed it, which I really did today. I completed that. What I do is delete it, well, sell it, and with that money and the money that I already have, I would buy the Crusader, and then so on and so forth. Delete that, sell it, sell that, sell this, buy it, work on it, and then continue on. That's what I did in War Tanks Blitz as well, and actually it was pretty good for me, because I have I spend a lot of money on that game, and I have a lot of garage slots. So if I just keep a lot of tanks that I really did like, and then keep the tanks that I was going to go up to with. So I'm kind of regretting it now, because like, not only do I not play it anymore, I play sometimes, but I don't play it as much as I want to. But I don't that my iPad's running out of space, and that thing holds 2.1 gigabytes. That's a lot for a 16 gigabyte freaking iPad mini, first generation. It can't even handle anything anymore, and I just have to be careful with what I do next, or else it's gonna freaking die on me. And that's going to be really bad, because I can't answer anyone's comments anymore. And do we want that? No, we do not. I want to continue on answering the comments. So hopefully that's going to work out. If it doesn't, then we're completely screwed, because I'm pretty sure my parents are not going to like, oh, you want an iPad, do you? Well, you're going to have to work for it, because we're not going to buy you an iPad. Which is respectable, because, you know, look, if I broke something, I better pay. Which I probably won't do, because I don't have any money. No, our job. This is my job, practically. It doesn't pay me, but it's pretty decent. It's not pretty decent. It's really good. I love it. So hopefully it's going to pay off, and it's going to pay me. But for now, I have nothing else to do besides doing videos. And I'm running out of ideas. So if you guys have any ideas to play on the game, please tell me. I will not hesitate. Unless it's like practically like a porn simulator. And like, no, I'm not going to do that. You can do that yourself. Which I really wouldn't recommend you doing, because that's kind of nasty and a bunch of garbage right there. So if I were you and you're into that stuff, please stop now, because all you're hurting is yourself and your family members as well, because you might not notice, but it's affecting you psychologically, and it's just really gonna affect you in the long run. So if I were you, stop now before it destroys you. It's like, oh, how is porn gonna destroy me? Like, don't worry about it, man. Just trust me on this. Trust me on this. Just believe in me. It's just going to like screw you over. So if you don't believe me, it's like, okay, because I have a friend who's like who got into that garbage, and he's just like, ah, and you know, because everyone's like, when you go insane, you just go, ah. So you know, but yeah, I never met him again, because he left where we always met, and I think he moved from the state. I think he moved. I don't know where he moved. I think far away. I'm not sure. I don't even remember. Yeah, I lost contact with him a long time ago, which is a bad thing too, because I should have kept talking to him, but whatever. But yeah, like, if you have any games, please do not hesitate to comment, or do you have anything you do in a vlog, or talk about it in a vlog, please do not hesitate. I would love to do it. You want to argue with me? Arguments, lovely. Everyone loves an argument. I mean, I kind of like a good debate, but when it becomes a little bit a little bit more normie-ish, then it's just a complete piece of garbage, and then just like there's no enjoyment out of that. So like, I enjoy a good debate, but when it comes to like just mocking each other, then no, I'm not good with that stuff. So, well, it depends. Well, that's pretty much that I have to say for now. So thank you everyone for watching this video. And if you, if you have any suggestions, please do not hesitate to comment in the sections below, and I would love to answer them. Trust me, I have nothing else to do besides answering them as honestly as possible. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And if you did, give it a like, support the Red Guard. And this is Brian the Bold signing out. May the sun rise and stay bold out there. Ciao! And watch this tank too. I love the Cromwell. Love it. That's not a Cromwell. That's the Crusader. Stupid.